Hello everyone, I'm Satish, Assistant Professor of English. I have taken up Mauni, a short story, for discussion. It is written by your Anant Murthy. I continue my discussion with regard to the short story Mauni. Kuppanna Bhatta's debt at Gopal Kamti's store had accumulated over the years. Musalman Saab, Gopal Kamti's debt collector, had been paying weekly visits to Kuppanna Bhatta. On the other hand, Appanna Bhatta had a very good credit record at Kamti's store. He also was prompt in paying landlord's share of the temple lands. He used to treat temple's officials to a feast of payasa. He would give them personal gifts. Kuppanna Bhatta did not pay his dues year after year. Hence, temple officials had been issuing ultimatums, either vacate the property or to pay up the debt. Kuppanna Bhatta was unable to cultivate the land properly. Kuppanna Bhatta used to sit on his veranda. His wife Gauramma has been breathing heavily because of her asthma. She thought a brother was managing areca cultivation and paddy field very well. She wondered why only her husband was not doing well. She also thought Appanna Bhatta was doing very well. He was offering the holy priest of the temple 50 silver coins. When the priest had sent a boy to fetch her husband, he hid himself in the kitchen. Having seen all this, Gauramma thought, some people are born just under unlucky stars. Kuppanna Bhatta had quarrelled with everyone in the village, but he had never lied to anyone. Gauramma thought they are meant to suffer till the last day of their lives. She believed that nobody can change what is written in their destiny. Gauramma recalled the discussion between her brother Subramanya and her husband. Subramanya respectfully asked his brother in law that Bhagirathi is of marriageable age and is not in good terms with anyone, including Appanna Bhatta. He also suggested Kuppanna Bhatta and family to live with him since he has been unsuccessful as arecanut cultivator. Kuppanna Bhatta replied Subramanya to mind his business as long as he is alive. Later, Kuppanna Bhatta's anger came drastically down. One day, he went to the extent of getting the jewelry from his wife to pledge. He badly needed loan. He promised his wife that he would get the jewelry back in 6 months. Husband's note of humility in his voice pierced Gauramma's heart. She gave away every piece of jewelry, including the ones she put away for Bhagirathi's dowry. She just prayed for a long life for her husband and a good husband for Bhagirathi. Then she started worrying whether anybody marries her daughter with no jewelry. Her main concern was that her husband should not lose his standing in society because of an unmarried daughter. She wished Subramanya to visit her soon in order to unburden her worries. Inside the home, Bhagirathi was struggling to get the kitchen fire going. She was coughing and wiping her watery eyes. Her cheeks were sunken and her face was pale. She was complaining that there was nothing left to make a dish. At this juncture, Gauramma again thought why her husband did not agree to move the family to Nalluru. Gauramma knew that Appanna Bhatta, like the messenger from Yama, won't rest until he finishes her husband.